Hey everybody, Glad Dad here. I'm back. I'm sorry for the long little vacation I took away from Yu-Gi-Oh for a little bit. So this is gonna be a deck profile. I'm sure it's not many people are excited for, because I know this deck is probably one of the most hated decks in the meta right now. But I played in my locals last night and I went undefeated with Kashtira. I didn't zone lock anybody actually. I won without zone locking. I'll go through some of the cards that were really big hitters for me, especially the MVP cards for sure. But I wanted to share this with you guys because I had such good luck with it. I'm trying to prep and get ready for YCS Indianapolis here in October. Possibly, maybe an Indianapolis regional coming up here in June. Maybe. I'm not sure if I'll make it to that one or not. But I'm gonna go ahead and dive right into this, explain to you some of my card choices and why, and hopefully you guys will like this deck. I think it's still a pretty good deck. I think it's there's a couple cards I do need to address in the deck, obviously, and they probably will on the ban list. I think the core of the deck is fine. I think it's fair. It's just like Sword Soul. It's just an interactive deck that plays a lot like. It doesn't set up a bunch of negates or anything. You know, it still lets your opponent play. It does shut off the graveyard, which kind of hurts, but at the same time, you know, the boss monster is real easy to out. So we'll go ahead and get into the main. So first, it's pretty standard. We play 3 Unicorn. This guy was hands down the MVP of my matches. He helped me after, like, if I get hand trapped a lot, I just end on this because I can usually rip a key card out of their extra deck. I mean, I did it to Super Heavy Samurai in the final round. I just ripped his extra deck apart. He couldn't out this. Then next we played the 3 Fenrir, which is pretty standard. You know, I think this is also probably the second best card in the deck. I still think Unicorn's the best. Unicorn is hands down really good. I am on 2 Rise Hearts. There's another card I play with Rise Heart. I'll show you guys when we get to it that I really like because I kept opening up both and still able to play. But I think 2 is the correct number. I don't like 1 because I like having the extra one for the grind game. And then opening up both of them is not terrible. I was able to still play. It just depends on kind of what the rest of your hand is as well. But I think there's another card in my deck you guys might like that I played with this. Then we play the 1 Ogre. I do not play preparations with Ogre. I just play Ogre for the other name and for the body, and I just don't like prep right now. I think preparations might be good in another format, but I just don't like prep right now. Then I play the 1 Scarefall Kashtira. I do not play the Tear Element one. I was playing it, but I cut it just to make room. You could probably play it, honestly, because seeing another name wouldn't be terrible. On to the standard spell lineup. We do play the 3 planets with the 1 terraforming. I do play the 3 Theosis, the 3 Birth, and then I play 1 Overlap. Now, some people are wondering probably why this card's in here. I use this card with Rice Heart. I think this guy and this guy are really, really good for going second. Or if you open up Big Bang, this is another really good target to banish off the Rise Heart. So, you know, you'll activate Rise Heart, effect, banish, overlap for cost, and then, you know, whatever they do to this is okay. Overlap gets to target a face-up monster on the field and negate its effects till the end of the turn. So it's basically you're getting an additional free imperm going second. I like it as a 1-of. I think it's perfectly fine playing 1 of it. I tested it out and I like it. I like it a lot. Especially since I keep drawing the Big Bang. I keep drawing the Big Bang. Speaking of the Big Bang, that's the last cash card we're playing is the Big Bang. Like I said, I was not on preparations. I don't like preparations right now. I don't think it's as good, but it could become a lot better. On to the non-Kashtira cards. So for the hand traps, we're maining 3 Shifter, pretty standard. I think most Kashtira players are maining this now. 3 Droll. And then I am main decking the Gamma package. This card put in work for sure. Being able to resolve Shifter, make the Omega and rip a card from the hand, I like it. Then I played the one Ghost Mourner, just for an extra hand trap. You could honestly cut this card, because I am at 41 cards. I didn't realize I was at 41 before I started playing the tournament, so I kind of had to keep this card in. But you can either cut this one, or you can cut the overlap, obviously, if you don't like the overlap. I like the overlap going second. It came up almost every single round I played, because just negating, even against Super Heavy Samurai, opening the Rise Heart, activate Rise Heart, summon it, effect, banish the overlap, and target to negate the Baron. And so they have to waste the negate, and it's really nice going second. I liked it a lot. For the last bit of the hand traps, we do play triple impermanence. I think that's pretty standard. For the non-Kashtira card, or for not for the non-other cards, the non-engine cards, we just play 3 pots and 2 talents. I think this is good. I thought about playing Thrust, but yeah, my side deck, I don't really. I mean, it's okay. You could probably play Thrust if you like, but I like talents right now with everybody playing the hand traps and all. On to the extra deck. So pretty standard here. We're playing the triple Arise Heart. I like the 3. You banish 1 off pot, and then you still have the 2, or you have 3 for the grind game in the mirror. The double Shangri-La. I don't think this card's ever going to go above 2. The 1 banned card, or will be banned card, Diabolus the Mind Hacker. This card has got to go. You can't tell me when Konami printed this that they weren't thinking about this deck, like, hands down. Can't convince me otherwise. Then for the couple 1-ups, we do play the 1 Draco Sack. This card came up a couple times. This card put in work against Super Heavy Samurai. When they went Baguska, I go Scareclaw Kashtira, enter battle, out Baguska, summon another Kashtira, make this. I would take their Fenrir they had, and then just overlay Zeus on top of this and wipe the board. The big eye came up quite a bit. We have 1 Dad, XYZ. Card's busted, really good card. I've never used it once in last night, but it was still a really good card. I play 1 Red Ice Flare Metal. This card can be probably Donner. I don't play Donner because Donner never comes up. I almost never need to make Donner. But you could probably switch this out with Donner if you'd like. I like this card because there are a lot of like stun decks, stall decks, stuff like that at locals. So I like to just be able to punish them for taking their time. Then we still play the double Zeus. I would not cut this card to 1. Almost, in fact, might play it at 3. The card comes up way too often. We do play the 1 Baron de Fleur. I just put this in last night. I was playing Garuda over it because I almost never summon this card, considering I don't main deck Ash Blossom. I side it. So it's an iffy card. I think Baron's good, but sometimes I have to waste my normal with other cards. We play the 1 Omega and the 1 Goliath. This card, because you can banish it off pot and get it back with the Arise Heart, and then Omega because you can do it off the Rise Heart, and then you can also just rip cards from your opponent's hand with it. On to the side deck. These are what I used for my zone blockers until I get my custom zone blockers from my buddy Sam, who has a channel. Scalic YGO, a lot of you know who he is. He's gonna make me some custom zone blockers. But I played the triple Divinkarn. This card came up against my second to last round. It helped me win by just like 200 life points because he had Baron, Savage, and a Rise Heart. Shout out to Victor, by the way. The man plays the most insane Super Heavy Samurai list. And I managed to bait the Rise Heart and the Baron, and so he wouldn't, but Savage was the hard one. So I went this, tributed those 2 off, ran over the Savage, and then, summoned and kind of just started playing until I could keep going. Then here, like I said, I play triple Ash Blossom on the side. The reason I played it inside is because I just don't feel like it's as effective in the main right now, especially with everybody playing Gamma, main decking Gamma. I think Droll's more impactful than this, and especially in this deck, I think Droll and Shifter are more impactful. So I side this for like the branded matchup or rogue matchup. Then I played the triple Dark Ruler No More. I think this card got a lot better when Super Heavy Samurai became a deck, because this just turns off the whole board. Then I played the Lightning Storm, which I don't know if I'm going to cut this or not. It came up a couple times. With Punk Pride, you have to watch out because they'll leave the token on your field, which turns this off. I don't like Evenly because I don't want to waste my battle phase. But I also don't like Evenly right now because there's not very many trap decks in the format. Except maybe Trap Tricks and Labyrinth occasionally. I just think Storm overall is better because it also forces the negate like against Super Heavy Samurai. So, and then last I play the triple Cosmic Cyclone. I play this as an option. You can tech in against Super Heavy Samurai to hit the scales, or Runic is still a deck, and it's still Nashuri Runic is still a really good matchup against Kashtira. So I think this is a really good card to help against that matchup as well. That's it though for the deck. I think round one I played against. Oh, what was it? Round one. I do not remember. Bummer. I know my last two rounds were both Super Heavy Samurai. Round 3 and 4 were Super Heavy Samurai. Round 2 I played against Pearly, and I just managed to keep drawing Droll against him, which really helped a lot because that deck is insane. For a cat deck, I was not expecting it to do. I don't expect this deck to get murdered like everybody thinks it does, thinks it should be, or thinks it's going to. From a competitive standpoint, I think the deck is fine. I don't think it's too overpowered. I mean, I think if you get rid of you need to get rid of Diablos has to go. Like, Diablos is what makes the deck kind of unfair. But the main deck itself is really, it's not broken. I mean, all the deck does is really sets up a macro Cosmo. And it can banish cards face down. I think the deck's perfectly fine for playing against it and playing the deck itself. I think it's a perfectly fine deck. So, but I'd like to hear your guys' opinions on this and stuff, and let me know what you think I should play going into the YCS in October, or what you guys would like to see next. I did manage to finish getting up all my new Gold Pride cards, so I could show you guys Gold Pride Punk. I could show you guys kind of whatever deck you guys would like to see next. So just leave me a comment, let me know. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time.